man, at this point, we are our own biggest problem. And I mean individually. I don't even mean our culture as a people. I mean individual. I'm my own biggest problem. You looking at this video right now, you are your own biggest problem. The second we actually really realize that and what that means all the way across the board and how we overcome that, that's that self-mastery. Self-identification is key though. We must be able to identify with self. If you don't know who you are, if you don't know the things that make you tick, the things that make you laugh, the things that make you cry, the things that make you smile, the things that have made you laugh, made you cry, made you smile in the past, the things that turned you cold, the things that opened your heart back up. All of these things, you got to know yourself inside and out. Where are you headed? Who are you? What's your place in this realm as far as every day waking up? What are you supposed to be out here doing? How long are you supposed to be doing it? You know what I mean? Like all of this. Sometimes it get to a point to where we're not really able to progress and advance in life because we worried about everything except ourselves. You know what I mean? We ain't made no real progression internally. Keep everything on the external, looking at this person and this person and this group and this group and this celebrity and this celebrity, this TV show, this whatever. Everything outside of us. And I think it's real telling when you're involved in something that's supposed to be progressive. It's supposed to be full of progression, tangible. You're supposed to be able to see these things. It's supposed to mean something. But there's stagnance there. That's when you got to look at yourself. What are you doing or what are you not doing? What are you doing that's holding you back or what are you not doing that's keeping you from moving forward? Again, I'm starting to be well versed in so many of these things because I practice this myself every single day. And that's why I brought up the fact that my life has changed tremendously. My temperament and emotions and mood and mindset and solar trajectory, the relationships that I have with people, they're much healthier. The things in my life are much clearer. My goals, my aspirations, as I said, man, I was able to start up a nonprofit. I was able to form a revolutionary tribe to speak out on a revolutionary behalf. You know what I'm saying? And grow that into something bigger. I'm able to make change, real life change in my town and attract individuals who want to make change as well so we can do these things together. All of this stuff. You know what I mean? It's a transformation that came from the level of work. But it's not never one thing. This is what I mean. I had to figure out so many different things, but more than anything, figure out who I was. I had to pour into me. You hear people say that, but I don't think too many people actually practice the art of pouring in other than a couple of things that they might see on social media. What worked for everybody not gonna work for you, bro. So stop thinking just because you saw this person write a couple affirmations or you saw this person, you know, do a spa day and just eat fruit for the day that's self-care. Like, no, that might have worked for that person or just whatever, but whatever worked for, and it might work for you, but try things, man. Don't just see someone and you do what they do and try to emulate that. Your soul might not want no parts of that. You got to take time to talk to your soul and it'll let you know what it wants and how to treat it. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying that's something that we don't do enough. We don't figure out how to cater to ourselves enough. We don't figure out how to reshape our reality into setting up the pinpoints to knock down to get to where we want to get to. So that's what I mean. So what kind of stuff I mean by that? Even connections. If you know you want to end up on a certain path or go in a certain direction, work on networking in that energy, in that field. You know what I mean? Gain those connections with those kinds of individuals and don't be afraid to ask questions. Gain knowledge from those who came before you, from those who've been doing it longer. This is what all of this is supposed to be about. And then that's one of the ways that you gain keys and then you can apply to yourself and plug in, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta break out of your box and do things differently than you did yesterday, man. Do things differently than the generations before. So everything have to be different, but you gotta find out what that different is what I'm saying. Don't even look at me and do what I do. But the only thing you should do that I do the same is just listen, go tap into yourself, tap into your soul. You know what I mean? You know, I'm always encourage y'all to get out here in nature, but that might not even be for everybody. Some people might do better indoors. I don't know. I can't say. I know what outside brings. You know what I'm saying? I know what power and what energy is out here. you know what I mean, the living forces. I know how outside helps us, but that what I'm saying is that doesn't mean that inside can't help someone just as well. You know, so just find out what worked for you, man, and get to it. But like I said, man, when it gets to a point of where you're finding all this kind of life-changing information, that's like picture a person addicted to some sort of substance, alcohol abuse, you know, alcoholic, and they're telling you that they believe that, you know, the Lord is their savior, and that's how they can find their way out of that mess. And they start going to church and they start reading the Bible. And they start doing everything that they said was gonna help them. They're like, man, I know if I get around a preacher and all I gotta do is just start going to church and all I gotta do is read my Bible and blah, blah, blah. Now, if they get to doing all of that and they ain't able to shake that substance addiction, then we know something ain't right? Some points is being missed somewhere. I brought up an example like this because I need people to think about it. If you saw someone going to church to seek spiritual healing from that congregation, and they were getting worse or they were the same, you know something ain't working, something ain't right. So it's time to go back to the drawing board, and that's all I'm saying. So when you have all these people coming across this esoteric information, claiming to be such powerful beings, but nothing in their life is changed, again, something, and this is something that I bring up not to talk down, but I need y'all to realize this. Like, we talk about having a third eye to see. Look at your life. This is what I mean, and that's why I say I look at mine all the time. So don't think of it like I'm not talking down on nobody, but I want us all to progress. I want us all to be better. I want us all to look back 3 years and be like, damn, look at the drastic change. And then 6 years, and damn, and then 9 years, everything is different. But it's like I don't know why people have a problem with that, man, or why they fight that type of progression or mindset, or why they don't want to talk about that, or why they shy away from that. That's why we're here to work to advance, you know. But I just wanted to say that, man. Just pour into yourself, figure out what you need. I say that a lot. I've said it a lot. I'm gonna continue to say it, you know what I mean, because there's nothing more important than that, man. You know, and that's finding yourself, and that's finding your direction. That's the quickest way not to be lost out here no more, bro. Peace.